A jointer has two main purposes. It is used to make the faces and edges of boards straight and flat, and to make each square to the other. Beyond this, jointers are capable of additional tasks such as beveling, chamfering, tapering, and rabbiting. This introductory video focuses on the parts and safety of jointers. Separate videos in the series are dedicated to specific operations. Before working with any tool, you should be aware of lockout-tagout procedures. Some jointers have a main power switch that can be locked out. Others may require the cord to be disconnected and locked out, while others may have a circuit breaker which can be locked out. A jointer is composed of in-feed and out-feed tables, also called beds, and a rotating cutter head. The tables are adjusted and must be properly set up to achieve successful results. The outfeed table must be tangent to the knives at their highest point. This is referred to as top dead center. If the outfeed table is too low, the wood will have snipe, or a notched portion at its trailing edge. If the outfeed table is just slightly above the knives, it will cause the wood to be tapered. If it is too high, the material will be unable to move through the machine. Tables typically have a lock lever or knob which must be loosened before raising or lowering. In addition, most joiners have either a lever or rotating hand wheel to adjust the infeed and outfeed tables. If your joiner is equipped with a hand wheel, always move the table upwards towards the cutter head to avoid any backlash in the screw mechanism. The infeed table sets the depth of cut, or amount that is being removed from the stock. The adjustment lever or hand wheel is located directly under the table or on the operator's side of the machine. There is usually a depth scale close to it. Always check the infeed to verify how much stock is being removed before using the machine. The typical amount should be 1/32 of an inch to 1/16 of an inch. Adjusting the outfeed table sets the surface relative to the height of the knives. Normally, once adjusted, the height does not need to be changed again until the knives are replaced or serviced. The fence, which is attached to the jointer frame, looks and functions much like the fence on a table saw. It guides the stock at a constant angle as it passes over the cutter head. Most fences are made of cast iron. The face must be flat and straight. The fence moves across the width of the cutter head and can be tilted up to 45 degrees from the vertical position. The tilt scale may be used to set the tilt of the fence at any angle other than 90 degrees or 45 degrees to the table. The 90 degree and 45 degree positions typically have a stop, but never assume the stops are accurate. Always check their calibration. To set the fence at any other angle, use the tilt scale or an adjustable T-bevel. Two guards cover the cutter head to protect the operator. The front guard is on the operator's side of the fence. The two most common designs are a bridge guard, which is stationary, or a swing guard, which is held by spring pressure against the material being jointed. A guard on the opposite side of the fence covers the length of the cutter head that is not being used. The cutting part of the jointer is a solid metal cylinder that holds the knives. Cutter heads may have straight knives or a series of insert knives. Each knife is carefully balanced and held securely in a matching recess in the cylinder. This ensures rotation at a high speed with no vibration. Jointer knives must be kept sharp because only sharp knives leave a jointed surface smooth and clean. A dull or nicked knife leaves the surface fuzzy, and any nick in the knife shows up as a ridge on the surface of the stock. Dull knives also sound louder than sharp knives. The length of the cutter head identifies the size of the jointer. The most common sizes are 8-inch and 12-inch, but smaller and larger sized machines are available. The length of the cutter head also limits the width of the material that can be jointed. The frame, also referred to as the base, is usually made of heavy cast iron to reduce vibration. The frame supports the cutter head, infeed and outfeed tables, and the fence. It must be sturdy and stable to maintain their alignment. Your machine may be equipped with a rabbiting ledge. It is a side extension of the infeed table. The rabbiting ledge provides support for material that is being rabbited. The control switch turns power to the machine on and off. Its location varies according to the make and model of the jointer, but should be located within easy reach of the operator when standing in the normal work position. Some machines are equipped with a brake, which can be used to stop the cutter head faster. Earlier I mentioned that the outfeed table must be located tangent to the top dead center of the knives. While a straight edge can be used to determine this point, the best method is to let the cut define this height. Start by lowering the outfeed table about 1/16 of an inch below the top of the cutter. Set the infeed to take a small cut, typically about 1/32 of an inch. With a board that has been previously jointed straight, joint the edge, stopping about 3 inches into the cut. Turn off the machine. When the cutter head comes to a complete stop, raise the outfeed until it just touches the board. This is the top dead center of the knives. To edge boards squarely, the fence must be square to the tables. Use a reliable square to check this, just beyond the cutter. When using a jointer, always protect your eyes and ears. Processing material can be loud. Also be aware of any clothing, jewelry, or other loose items which can be caught in the machine. Jointers generate a significant amount of chips, so make sure your dust collection system is functioning properly. Now that your jointer is properly set up, you are ready to move on to specific operations. In the next video, we will discuss jointing the face of a board.